Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? This is BigskyCrypto. Just wanted to jump on and do a quick market update. I was going to do one yesterday or last night because things got so crazy, but unfortunately, I had a bunch of other stuff going on, so I wasn't able to. So thought I'd do one tonight just to kind of recap what happened and kind of what I think, where things might be going. In case you haven't noticed, I'm getting in the Christmas spirit and growing my Santa Claus beard. So I don't know if it shows up on the camera or not, but kind of bugging me right now. I'm at the itchy phase, so hopefully it'll get past that and I won't have to shave it off. Anyway, we can look at the markets and see what's going on. First one up here I have is Bitcoin. Looking at the daily, this is the Coinbase price, and you can see the yesterday was just a crazy day, huge swing in the market. Early on, it was way up big. I think it peaked at around 9 o'clock yesterday morning, up over like 11,485, I think was the peak, and then from there on it just took a big dive. So there was huge. You can see this big, huge doji indecision candle and big, huge upper shadow and lower shadow, and the body is only, I think there's like a $13 difference from the price that it opened to the closing price. So basically opened at about the same price as it closed at, but just a huge candle. I watched it, as it was going up early in the morning, I was watching it, and it was just, the rate it was increasing at was just crazy. I hadn't really seen anything like that before. And then once it got up over 11,000 and got near the peak, started getting some real wild swings starting. I was looking at, I think I was looking at like maybe a 5 or 15 minute time frame. I don't remember, one of those two. But you could see something was starting to happen. There was getting to be some real wild swings, and then it just started dropping pretty fast. So a lot of profit taking and probably some panic selling too. People that were buying while it was going up probably saw it crashing and just started selling, unfortunately. Today's candle is there's really just another indecision candle. You can see not as big as yesterday, but there's upper and lower shadow, and in the body, let me see what we're looking at. There's not that big of a spread. Opened at 99.20, and right now it's at 98.81, so about $40 spread between the open and close. And there's still another hour or so before that candle closes, I believe. So, but basically just another real indecision candle. The market's trying to decide which direction to go. So hopefully tomorrow, today's pretty much a draw. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some direction. I can let me zoom in a little bit out of the daily. This is the 30-minute here, and you can see. Let me get an arrow here so you can see the cursor a little easier. But you can see this is the this area here is where it peaked, and then you can see we started getting these wild swings before it really started plummeting, and then it kind of recovered some. There's actually, I think, I was looking at the Bitfinex price, and it looked like there was about a 50% recovery right up into this peak here. I'm not sure on Coinbase if it might be. I think Coinbase dropped a little bit farther than. Yeah, because I think Bitfinex, the the low I saw on Bitfinex was right about 9,000, and you can see here this one candle on Coinbase actually dropped down to 85.95, so it actually dropped a little farther. But then you got this recovery that comes up into this area. Pretty good recovery, up almost 10,000 or over 10,800. And then it's dropped back down, bounced again. It went back down to about a little under 92 and bounced, and it's sort of moving sideways now, so getting some consolidation. The market's trying to decide what it wants to do, go up or down. It's possible we could just get sideways action for a while, sideways just consolidation, which would be good for the price for just building up some more strength for another move up, start another uptrend. It's still possible it could roll over and go lower too. So I think the next 24 hours for sure we should know something, which way it's going to go. I was going to buy some more. I really was hoping for a pullback down to, I was thinking it might get down to 8,000 maybe, even maybe lower than that possibly, but it never did. Today I think the lowest it got down to was not, near 9,000. Bitfinex, I think it might have got a little bit lower than that, but I was kind of waiting. I wanted something closer, like below 8,500, closer to 8,000 really is what I was hoping for. So I haven't bought any more. I'm still kind of waiting, kind of hoping that it'll maybe roll and go a little bit lower, but if it doesn't, I might nibble a little bit, just buy a little, a little in 9,000, just under 10,000 or something. If it keeps going sideways, sooner or later I'll just have to probably just buy a little bit and then see what it does. But for now, it just kind of looks like it's just hanging right in the 99. It's just under 10,000. So kind of moving sideways. If it does start another uptrend, hopefully it'll be a more gradual, run up a little bit, consolidate, run up, consolidate. The action we saw the last few days was just crazy. I'd never seen anything like it. I think I was reading from $9,000 to $10,000. It took, I believe, 2 days. And then once it cleared 10,000, for it to clear 11,000 was just a little over 12 hours to go another 1,000. So that was crazy. You get moves like that. I don't personally, I don't like to see them because I don't think it's sustainable. Sooner or later you get a huge pullback. The market just gets way too far ahead of itself. So this sideways action isn't bad. It could just consolidate here for a while and then slowly, gradually move higher, which would be good. Looking at Ethereum, this is the daily Coinbase also, and I had drawn this out a few days ago. It was actually, let me see, maybe about a week ago actually. It was, we were getting a symmetrical triangle, and it had pushed up toward the upper trend line, and then was looking for a breakout or maybe continuation, and then a breakout, and it did definitely. It broke out really good. A lot of power. Went up again. It was going too fast. Just going, way too fast. So it went up over. I think the peak we saw was, it was over 500, close to 520, and then You know, if I kind of zoom in a little bit, you can see pretty much the same, you know, huge candle yesterday. You know, it peaked, like I said, about 520, and then just, you know, then it just crashed all the way down to 402 was the low here on Coinbase's price, at least. Today, you know, we've got a, let me zoom in a little bit more here. We've got a doji candle, pretty wide, about a $70 spread. There's only about $2 difference in the right now in the open and close price, so a lot of indecision. Like I said, I think there's about an hour to go before this candle will close. But market, same thing with, just like Bitcoin, the overall market's just trying to decide, you know, if it wants to go lower or start another uptrend and pick up where it left off. So I'm thinking about picking up some more Ethereum. I bought some not too long ago, but again, I might just wait, see what the market does, because you know, I wouldn't mind getting some a bit lower than this if I can. It's possible here. I mean, it's been, you can see here. Let me change the, go to the arrow again, a little easier to see. But you can see the downtrend here. It's bounced up a little here, but you know, it still could roll over and go lower. So I'm gonna hold off and kind of be patient and see what it does. You know, I've got a decent amount, so I don't have to buy any, but I wouldn't mind picking up a little bit more. So again, just like Bitcoin, kind of waiting and seeing. The market's got to decide what it wants to do. Kind of undecided right now. So that's about all on Ethereum. And in Litecoin, I mean, all of them are basically the same if you look at it, really, the overall market. But again, about a week ago, this is another daily Coinbase prices. I drew up this chart of Coinbase. Basically, for a long time, it's been kind of in an upward channel. Had this area here where it broke out. But basically, other than that, it's been in this channel. And again, it had moved up to this upper trend line area. And at the time when I drew out the chart, you know, it wasn't really clear which way it was going to go. So it's possible it could have bounced, you know, kind of like it did back here. Let me change the cursor again. You know, back here, you know, back here, there's a few spots where, you know, I thought it could just bounce and come down lower again, and even, you know, just continue bouncing in the channel, which would make, you know, if it kept doing that, it'd be a nice nice way to buy some down at the lower channel and sell up at the top. But it did end up breaking out, and again, just like Ethereum, it once it broke out, it took off pretty fast. Got up in this area, high 80s, low 90s, and stalled a little bit. It was still, you know, the last few days it was still going up, and then yesterday when you know, the market kind of went crazy, everything was selling off. So you can see the same thing happened to Litecoin here. Actually went up to a high of 103.54 on Coinbase was the high before it started selling off, and then it dropped all the way down to 76, and then you know, same with Ethereum. Today's, you got this doji candle. Let's see, there's only like $1.10 difference between the opening price and the closing price, so a lot of indecision. So market's trying to decide what to do. You know, it looks Looks a lot like Ethereum. You had the peak back here, and then it's been in a downtrend, bounced here. It's been climbing back some, but still a lot of indecision. I don't. You can see a lot of correlation in the. If you look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Coinbase, they're not exact, but as far as the patterns, you can see there's a lot of correlation in their prices, and I'm not exactly sure why that is, but I've noticed it before. So again, I'd like to buy some. I like Litecoin a lot, so I'd like to get some more. I'm still I've got a pretty good amount, but I'd like to build up a bigger position. So earlier today I was thinking of buying some back down in here, which kind of wishing I would have now, because if it keeps rising, missed an opportunity to get some in the around $80 area. But it's possible it could still roll over, even head back in the 70s, get down. This is kind of, you can see this green line here was that upper trend line of the channel. Could even come down closer here, maybe bounce off it before it does head higher. So could still get some down here. So again, I'm going to be patient, just wait. I'm not in any hurry. If I didn't have any, it might be a different case, but like I said, I've got a decent amount, so I just wait and see. Looking at cryptocurrency market capitalizations, the market cap is just a hair over 302 billion. It lost a huge chunk. I think it peaked at around 345 billion, which was probably yesterday, I think. Let me see. We can look at the global charts and see just what it was. But I know it dropped by 70 billion, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in, go to 7-day, see what that looks like. If it ever updates. I'm gonna close a couple of these windows. My computer's being a little slow here. Sorry about that. You can see, it did peak here, which was, it was yesterday, 345.7 billion. And then you can see the huge drop, and then it bounced, and looks like the low was about 277, 276, something like that. So about 70 billion dollars wiped off the market. It's started to recover now, but that's a huge chunk. This is excluding Bitcoin. This is just looking at all the other coins, but it looks, you look at it, it looks, pretty similar pattern, So anyway, that's you can see huge sell-off yesterday, and today's kind of, it's recovered some. It didn't continue, which, if you hold positions in Bitcoin or any of the other any other coins, that's a good sign. It's not like the bottom's falling out of the market or anything. So today's just kind of a consolidation, another indecision day, but it's looks like it's consolidating pretty good. So that's a lot better than, if it would have continued dropping today, that would have been a real bad sign. It would have been a sign that we were heading a lot lower, but it didn't. So I'm pretty confident that probably going to consolidate and then just take a breather and start another uptrend. That's kind of what I was actually, like I said, I was hoping to get some Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin lower, but I'm not sure. I might have missed my opportunity. So, oh well. I mean, I didn't want the market to crash anyway. Too bad. But I'll just nibble at it, and if I got to get it as it's climbing, that's what I'll have to do. So, no big deal. Anyway, so that's about all I got for the markets. Actually, went a little longer than I thought I was going to, but there was quite a bit going on yesterday. I really wanted to jump on then, but couldn't. Had too much going on. So that's kind of what I see, and I think it's looking pretty good. I think it's price setting up for push higher. So that's it. As my disclaimer, which I try to always say, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is just my opinions of what I see in the market, and I just kind of share what I'm doing. So it's up to every investor to make their own decisions and on what they're willing to risk, and only risk as much as you could possibly afford to lose, because it's possible it could happen. So you never want to invest your mortgage money or money for car payment, utilities, any of that stuff. Just money that if something catastrophic happened, it's not going to devastate you. Because these are crazy markets. You could tell by yesterday. You never know what's going to happen. So you definitely have to be careful. And there's a huge amount of reward that is possible. But you do have to be careful and not get too carried away. So that's about it. And hope you liked the video. And until next time, if you liked the video, click the like button and subscribe. I'd appreciate that also. And if you want to share it, that'd be great. And also, if you have any questions, my email address, I'll have in the description down below, but it's info@BigskyCrypto.com, and willing to answer any questions anybody has. And if you want to visit my website, I recently revamped it, kind of made a few changes. I think it just looks a little nicer, and I'm continually adding new stuff, so I'll have more stuff coming out. I'm trying to get it filled with really good information, especially for people that are just coming into crypto. I know, because it can be pretty overwhelming. It was for me. It took a while. I just kind of jumped in and started doing it, but and I had YouTube was a big help. There was places I looked, just online searching and YouTube, and so I used a lot of those to help me. So I kind of want to give back a little bit and offer place for someone, if they're interested in crypto, they can go and look through information, so it doesn't seem so crazy. So if you want to see my website, it's www.BigskyCrypto.com, and let me know what you think. If you have anything I think I should put up there, any suggestions, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that. So I guess that's about it. Everybody have a great night, and until next time, take care.